All right, we have a 2022 Suzuki King Quad 750 AXI. Basically, I'm going to change the fuel filter or fuel sock filter that's at the bottom of the fuel pump. I've seen somebody else do this on YouTube, so all of this has to come out. And it'll basically lift out. And then right here, if you can see this, there's a cap on this. That's the top of the fuel tank. You'll screw it off. The fuel pump's there, and at the bottom of it, it's a fuel sock, fuel filter, whatever you want to call it. This is what I have for it. Part number 15420-31G00. And this is what it looks like. So you'll pop the whole fuel pump off and then replace that at the bottom. The thing that this quad's been doing is it'll run fine, perfect, for between 20 and 50 miles, and then it will start to sputter and stall. It started after putting some, what I think was bad gas in it. I changed the rectifier, spark plugs, worked on it a ton, and no codes, no anything. So I'm gonna go after the fuel now and see if that happens to be it. But if nothing else, this is a good way to take a look at how to change a fuel pump and or the fuel filter on the bottom of the pump. Getting a good look at what everything looks like, because when you go to put this back together, I tend to forget. Okay, just took all the pins off, and all these were push pins, but then you got here and here are 10mm bolts. So we'll take those off now, just also for memory. That's where our first two 10mm bolts are at. I see another push pin here, and whatever you do, don't forget about this right there saying up. That tells you if the quad is upside down or too far at an angle to run, and it won't run if you don't do that, right? Just took the battery off. According to the internet, it said make sure you always do the negative first and the positive, just to get that out of the way. This piece here, which is where your fuses are in here, has a little clip down in there. You just put a little screwdriver back there, kind of push it, it slides right off. Now we got these four nuts. I'm gonna take these off. They are color coded. I took pictures just to make sure. So we're taking that off because the point is we want to get this whole plastic piece off here, and then right under it's the fuel tank, the fuel pump. So I'm going to take these four off now. They are color coded. This, and I did the ECU too. I think it's the ECU. It's whatever this is. It was right there. Very easy to take off, and I'll make sure I clean all this up nice. But let's first get to that fuel pump and the fuel filter. So there's this long wire that comes in here, and there is a strap here. So we're going to cut that, but there is a tie strap right here. These three pieces here are color coded as a white. We'll pop the middle one off. I'm on the left-handed side if you're sitting out of the quad. Then it's a green. Then a red. So white, green, red. We can see this whole piece starts to want to just come right out. Now I just got to figure out a way to kind of prop it up off out of the way. You can see underneath it. That's what we're looking for, is right there. Clean this up real nice and get that out of the way. Undid some of these things, as you can see, and I just kind of used a zip tie to hold this over. We're gonna have to unscrew this, unhook both of these, but I want to clean up in here real good before we start messing around near that fuel tank. So that's what's up now. But that we have to unscrew, and then the fuel filter should be right, the fuel pump should be right under it, and then the fuel filter is just below that. The fuel line just goes over this. You squeeze these together with a pair of pliers, and you can pull the fuel line right off. I wrapped it in plastic. This piece here, which was just on there, like that, you got these two bumps here. Just push them down. I use the same pliers, push that down, and then it slides right off. Really simple. Just push that middle piece down, slide off. There's a YouTube channel called Andy Mechanic. He did a real nice job showing this. It's kind of what I'm going off of. So far, this has been fairly easy. You can see this will come out. You got a little room under there. The trick's going to be getting something on there that can loosen it. So now I'm digging through all tools I have, and that'll be your trick as well. Finding something that'll fit on this that will actually unscrew it. The biggest challenge I've faced so far is getting this off. I have this big oil wrench. I was able to get it on there and turn it because it's on there tight. So now you can see I can turn it, but I broke it loose with this. So now I just got to kind of screw that off, but it was really on there, let me tell you. And so Now I'm going to screw this off. I broke it free with this big oil wrench, and it is tricky. Before you tap into something like this, make sure you got something that'll grip on these and kind of take it from there. I don't know if this will help, but it's about 5.5 inches, give or take. So now you know how round this top is. Right around 5.5 inches, as you can see here, just in case that helps someone out going to do this. All right, in this case, this thing was really on there, let me tell you. So even just screwing it, all the way screwing it, it was really on there. Now I was gonna kind of bend this around a little bit and pop it off, but it was really on there. But I wanted to pay special attention to which way the electrical connection was and which way the gas line was facing, just to make sure I put it in the exact same right way. Holy cow. All right, so said I got bad gas, and I filled this thing up from a gas station more than likely that just has very, very little activity. And I didn't use that gas in the other quad, so that quad had no problems. So you can't even see it, it's green. Now, hopefully that's not radiator fluid mixed in there with it. But I did find, thick mud at the bottom. So, or just dirt, I don't want to say mud, but it was very, very dirty, let's put it that way. So I'm going to siphon all this out, keep this bright flashlight in there, see what I can find out, clean it up. Well, I've been siphoning gas and going really careful along the bottom. So got almost all of it out. There was bugs and dirt, but a lot of dirt. We haven't got to the filter yet. I'm going to really clean this gas tank up. Make sure there's as little dirt in there as possible. Put all fresh gas in, and we'll check this filter out in just a minute. I got a little bit more siphoning to do. I'm going to use, you can see, I don't know if this camera will pick it up, but the back corner there's some dirt still. I'm going to use a turkey baster, get that out. All right, got all the gas out, been wiping it down. I'm going to put this camera right in there. It's going to go a little upside down maybe, but it is spotless. That's the gas tank emptied out, cleaned out. It was muddy. Covered it up a little. Gas tank's really about as clean as I'm going to get it. It looks spotless. Now I'm going to get to the fuel filter, or the fuel filter and the fuel pump. It's kind of one piece, so we'll check that out. It's like 95 degrees. Trying to get to all this on a hot day, but needed to get done. So now we'll take a look at the fuel filter, and I'm going to clean the heck out of this pump too. See how this goes. All right, so here we got the fuel pump and the fuel sock. See right there, you can see it's dirty, and if I get the right angle right down there, you can see there's just nothing. Oh, I moved it. See all that? It was just, when I originally took this off, the whole bottom of this was literally full of mud. So we're going to take all this apart, clean the heck out of the pump. The gas tank is spotless. Now it's time to undo some of this, pop this off, get the new filter on, clean this up a bit. So this is some of the mud that was in there now. When I first took it off, there was way more. There's a hole you can see over here, and stuff was kind of going around the edges, and just getting all that dirt was coming out. This really, as it sits on there like this, you just kind of squeeze these in and this pops off. Here's the filter. It's horribly dirty. There's a pin on the back right there. I'm thinking you're just going to take this screwdriver like this and kind of pull that. Well, there goes the pin. Well, before I get to cleaning this stuff up, let's just cut this filter open. See what we got. I'm curious myself. So you got a kind of a white layer in the inside. Now let's see here, let's take this other piece. Inside of it, which is, I guess, is doing its job. And then you got this exterior, you got a screen. Then with like a layer of filter there, which is just really dirty. We know it's dirty because the whole tank on the bottom had a ton of mud in it. Wonder if we can peel this outer layer off. Just cut this end off so we can peel this out a little. So it's pretty dirty. I mean, about as dirty as it's gonna get. That's what it looks like. If I hadn't seen it for myself, I wouldn't have believed that much dirt got in there. But it did. So we got a new filter. I got to get a new pin, or find the one that flung off. Lost that. Clean this all up, clean the heck out of the pump, and take it from there. All right, we're about 5 days after taking the filter off because I lost the clip. So let's go over this real quick. Here's the part number. Here's what the new filter looks like. Haven't opened it yet. The part number for it is 15420-31G00. And I got an extra gasket. Mine did not come with a gasket or a clip. So the gasket was 15424-31G00. And the clip finally came, which is 15421-31G00. That's for the clip you see there. I did take off the old gasket. I think I could just use it, but seeing as how I ordered a new one, we're going to use it, get the filter out, and let's put it all together. It's pretty amazing taking a look at this filter. Look how much different this one looks. We decided, I saved this old gasket. I'm just going to keep it in my spare parts, but I'm going to use the new one. So let's pop that out. We'll take off this protective cover for the filter. And all I got to basically do is put this on over that. And then here's the clip. And then we'll be basically putting the clip on here. So let's get that going. The filter will go on it like this. That gasket that you see right there, it rolled on super easy. So you can see it just kind of pushes in this way. I believe it's in a way where you can't really screw it up because there's a mark in there. So you can see, that's what the new filter looks like. One word of caution with this clip, as you can see, I screwed it up. I did order an extra one this time. So all you're gonna do is push it on, push it through from right here. Push it on through right in there. Squeeze them together a little bit. You can see the two gaps there. We're just gonna pop that in there. And it seems like it'll just push on through. I thought I was gonna need some pliers or something, but well, we have to push it through real even. Oh wow, piece of cake. If you look at the other end, you will see it clipped through. So that's what the clip looks like when it's in there. Real easy to fit something really small behind it to pop it out. The only thing is, just remember, it will take off, and it's pushed all the way in. Filter secure. All I got to do is put the bottom cover back on. What a difference. The bottom fuel capture basin, whatever you want to call this is the fuel pump. Here's the filter. This was just kind of pushed on. The thing I wanted to point out, though, the whole bottom of this was full of dirt. Had a ton of really packed down mud in it. So you saw what the other filter looked like. You can see what this one looks like. But when I took it off, really all you do is kind of press it. So it was really fairly simple. It was just kind of popped on like that and that. And that's how it sits. Look at how the filter looks in there now. Wow. This is going to be interesting. Now, it's going to be the fun parts putting this back together. So we'll take a look at the gas tank. I showed it pretty good, I think. There was a lot of dirt in there, so I siphoned it all out, cleaned it up really good. Take a look, see how it looks about 5 days later. Here's how we've had it stored for the last 5 days or so. This is the tool I used to undo the plastic ring on the top. It's really just a big adjustable oil filter. There's the ring. Kind of showed you the measurements of that earlier. Then I just wanted to cover it as good as I can and get some light in there because there was so much dirt. So much dirt. So let's now see if we can get a good look down in there. Okay, so I'm able to get a good look with the light, but not so much the GoPro. So let's see if I can't fit the GoPro down in there today. And what I did too is took some pictures with my cell phone. So when I flip it back over, just in case I get confused where something goes, I'll know right where it goes. Just inspecting the tank a little bit. It is really as clean as I can see it being. Way off to the sides. All right, so I think I'm confident to put it all back together. That's really what I wanted to make sure. And so you can see the gas fillers there, tank's here, and I cleaned it out pretty good. This gasket on top, you see, on top of the gas tank, looks to me like it just sits like that. Half of it was like that, but I think you gotta be careful when you're putting it back on because you can definitely see that's what's gonna keep your gas pretty good, but you got a gasket there. Make sure that's seated properly. The fuel filter does go in there pretty good. You just gotta kind of take it, angle it down in that way. Hard enough to see if I can do it with one hand, but I just did it a minute ago. without screwing the gasket up. Oh, see, I kind of screwed the gasket up. So I'll fix that, which shouldn't be too hard, and then take it from there. Okay, just got the pump back in. Try to look around the edges. The gasket was really something to try to get back in there right. It does have a little bit of a push. Like I push it, it kind of gives a little. But if you pay close attention to how it comes off. So again, if you're watching this video to do this, pay very close attention to how it comes off. I used a little lube on the inside and outside of it to get it in there just right. And then double and triple checked it from there. Time to hook the electrical connection back up, gas line back up. We're going to screw that back on. Here we go. Just kind of worked the collar back on. You can see it wiggles around. It's not tightened yet. The key thing is now I just want to get the teeth, the grooves really straight. I do not want to put this on crooked. So I got to take just a second to line that up, get that spun on there, and get that on there, screw down there real straight. Got the lid back on. You can see here, I'm using my phone. I took a picture of exactly what it's supposed to look like, and then I'm going to piece that back together that way. So recommend taking a few pictures of your phone. I'm also going to put a new battery in. So you can see the battery sitting down over there. I'm putting one in each. But I'm going to piece this back together and see if it starts. One of the things I've been really cautioned on is see this thing that says up. Just make sure you put it back on there the same way, because that tells if your quad's upside down or at a certain angle and it won't start. So these are all color coded, but I did take the picture, so it should be nice. I got this piece here, which will go right there, plugged in. Looks like we got a couple of push pins, bolts here and there to hold that down. And let's get this thing back put together. Got it all back together. I'm turning the key a couple. You can hear it. I hope that it's priming. I filled it up with gas, put everything back together in here just the way I had it. Now we're going to try to start it, see if it works. What we did worked the right way. Get it neutral. Primed it maybe 4 or 5 times. I hope that was enough. Okay, that was it. See how it goes. Ooh, started better than it normally does. I'm gonna let it run for just a second. It's got a full tank of clean gas, a little tiny bit of, what did I use? Gum out, fuel line cleaner. I put a little bit in there, set for 15 gallons. I put about a third to half of it in there. We got good, almost took 5 gallons of wreck gas. Hopefully that's our problem. So we should be in good shape. It's all put back together. New battery too. Hopefully we're ready to go.
Good job, Bob.
Hey, thanks for coming along. If you need to do a fuel pump or the filter, that works for either one just fine.